One of the things that I love about OnlyFans management is that it is an excellent crash course in learning how to run a business. Now, if you already know how to run a business and you get into OFM, it'll be much easier for you to scale quickly. But for people like me who have never really run an internet-based business like this before, it has been an excellent education for me to learn how to do things like marketing, hire and manage sales teams that are all, remote, manage models, like all kinds of stuff. It's great to learn everything through this business model because it's fun. You have a community. It's just great. And throughout my journey, I have changed my stance on a lot of issues. And now that I have begun to finally make some, reasonable amount of money, basically I have changed my mind on a lot of stuff. Great opener. Great intro. Anyway, in this video, we're going to talk about 5 paradigm shifts I have experienced in OnlyFans management. Most of these are recent. Yes, these are actually all recent. So let's get into it. Number 1, OFM is a game of chatters. So what does this mean? Basically, how much money you make in OnlyFans management is directly related to how good your chatters are and how many good chatters you have. Nothing else. Well, not nothing else. Obviously, models are important. Girl has to be hot. And the fucking traffic has to be there. Like, they have to have people to sell to. But assuming those 2 things are handled, which are really, I don't want to say they're not that hard, but they're really not that hard. Yes, okay, fine. There's nuance to it, and there's better and worse ways to do it, and there's ways that are less time intensive, more time intensive. But it's not that hard to do to get subs on a profile. What is hard to do is to find salespeople who are good, who are reliable, who are consistent, and who are not going to be lazy on your accounts and ruin all of the work that you have done to bring them warm leads to sell to. And so when I say OFM is a game of chatters, what I really mean is this, is that if you run an OnlyFans agency and you want to break it down to something as simple as possible, you think to yourself, how can I make, if I wanted to choose one task, one thing to focus most of my day on, or let's not say most of the day, let's say like your most productive hours of the day, that one thing would be hiring, training, and managing your chat team. No contest. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, right? I don't think so, because I've seen that ever since I shifted to that instead of recruiting, instead of anything else, like numbers have gone through the roof, and they've gone through the roof very quickly. Chatting is what brings the money in. And all the agencies that you see that are selling for 100 grand a month or 200 grand or 500 grand a month, how do you think they're making that money? They're not doing it from fucking subscription revenue. They're doing it from chatting. They have a good chat team, or they are lucky enough to have an actually good chatting agency, which I've heard exists. I've heard they're out there. I have never seen one like actually do the work that's good. But I've heard they're out there. I'm sure they must be out there statistically. Like, there's got to be at least a couple good ones. Or maybe these guys are just like so good at traffic and their models are just so hot that like they can hire the dog shit chatters and crush and make tons of money. So the bottom line is that if you are an OnlyFans agency owner and you're looking for the one thing that you can do to make more money, then that one thing is to cultivate a ice cold, murderous fucking chat team. Number 2, paradigm shift is, this is an interesting one. When you manage people, you should manage them opposite of your first inclination. What do I mean by this? Now, I don't really mean opposites. Okay, well, let me explain what I mean first. If your natural inclination is to be very hard and very strict at people, sure, that's fine. But make sure that you don't ignore the other side of it as well. This is something that I learned firsthand, right? I was very hard on people. I was very strict with people. Look, it's a small business. I'm the boss. I can do whatever the fuck I want, really. I can call somebody a retard. I can call somebody out in front of the entire group and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? HR is not going to come to me. Like, the oversight board of the OnlyFans management, industry is not going to come and take away my license. I don't give a fuck. I'll say whatever the fuck I want. I don't care if I hurt your feelings. You fucked up, period. Now, that said, that's very, I understand that's very harsh. I get it. And people make mistakes. It's a thing, even if they are told otherwise. But the reality is that you can't only use the stick. You have to sometimes use the carrot, right? You can't only fucking wash people's mouth out with soap. Sometimes you need to give them a little bit of honey if they do the right thing. You have to do both. Okay. Now this goes both ways. So for me personally, my management style is very strict. I'm a fucking drill sergeant. You do what I tell you to do. Period. End of story. Like, it's not up for discussion. This is how it's done. And if you do an amazing job and I promote you to a manager, then I'm willing to hear your input because you have clearly proven yourself that you are, good at this thing. So that said, my natural inclination, my natural management style with these chatters, at least, is to be very strict and very harsh. However, I do believe there is also value in the other side of things, in being nice to them, in complimenting them, in giving them positive feedback when they do a good job. For example, let's say that somebody has a good sales day, or somebody new has a good sales day, right? Somebody, it's their first day on the job and they sell for $150. Okay, $150 is not what I want you to be selling for. That's not you need to be doing at least $250. Yeah, it's your first day, fine. So my natural inclination is to say, don't celebrate that. It's not $250. And that might even be the better answer to take. But I think that I could be wrong, but I think it might be more useful to temper that with criticism sandwich, right? So what you do, I got to remind myself to do this, but what you do is you start out with something good. Oh, great work today. You did a great job, good effort, blah, blah, blah. And then you give your criticism. Okay, but it's not good enough. We expect you to do at least 250 here. So don't celebrate too soon. And I want you to sell more, and you got to make more sales, got to make bigger sales, blah, blah, blah. And then in the end, you give the good feedback again. But for your first day, that was really good, right? And you should do that with every bit of criticism that you provide. The problem is that I find myself giving so much criticism to people who need criticism. I don't criticize my top guys really at all ever. I don't even have to review their accounts because every day I see their reports and there's fucking 25 fucking sales that they've made and their numbers are great. So I don't need to review you, bro. The ones that I do need to review is where their reports, they've made 3 sales and the total sale is fucking $55. And it's what's going on? And then I look and I have to fucking lay into them. So it's a challenge. And really what it is is it the person? Are they just a bad fit for the role? Is it the account that I put them on? Are they just not following instructions? So that's really where the art comes into it of management. Anyway, the point is that you need to not just use the carrot and the stick. And let's talk about the other side of things, right? If you're a really nice manager, if you're their buddy, if you're their friend, if you're the good cop, and you're extra nice and you don't fucking reprimand them when they fuck up, or you don't set boundaries with them, they're going to walk all over you. Oh, you're going to be their fucking doormat, bro. No, don't do that. These guys got to understand that you are the boss and you lay down the fucking law, and that's how it is. And that's how they're going to do things. And if they don't like it, they can get the fuck out, period. End of story. There's no questions. There's no arguments. There's no discussion about it. And this also goes for people that you promote to managers. Filipinos, they're not a warlike people. You know what I mean? They're not fucking hunters. They're not achievers, really. They're, no disrespect, especially my team. If you watch this, no disrespect, but your culture is very subservient. You're nice people. You're friendly people. You want something stable. You do as you're told so that you can collect your paycheck and, I don't know, fuck your wife and watch your Filipino soap operas. I don't know what the fuck you guys do, but you're not out there taking risks. You're not out there fucking trying to conquer the world. So, you're gonna lack a little bit of that edge when you have to correct somebody's behavior. And okay, you're managing other Filipino people. It might be hard for you to come down on them and whatever. I fucking get it. But these people still need to understand that you have teeth also. And then if they don't do their job, it's not just me who's going to be fucking pissed. You got to be pissed too, because they're letting you down. Anyway, number 3, success. It's a funny one. Success goes up as your tolerance to stupidity goes up. Okay, so this is most evident when it comes to hiring and training new team members. And the reason that I say this is something actually that I realized today. When I don't look forward to sifting through job applications. I don't look forward to it. I really don't, because I'm going to see the applications and I'm going to be like, this motherfucker didn't follow instructions. This is a woman. This person fucking, I asked for 5 things. They gave me 3. This person asked me some fucking the one that I hate the most. This fucking idiot asked me like, is the job still available? It's just, I don't know. I'm not getting used to it. I don't know. It's like getting more irritating for me. But that said, it is a necessary evil if you want to find the good people. If you want to find the diamond in the rough, you got to get your fucking hands dirty in the rough and start scooping them out and see where the fucking diamonds are. And I know when I'm doing it, I'm like, I think to myself, I'm like, okay, I know that there's good people out there. I know I'm going to find the good people. I know I'm going to find a system for finding the good people. And all I have to do is just be able to tolerate this retardation that I'm being assaulted with from, 19 out of 20 applicants. It is what it is. But the reason that I say success goes up with this is similar to the first thing that I mentioned, how OFM is a game of chatters. Every good chatter that I find is at least another $15,000 in revenue that comes in to the bank. And that's very good. And it's not just $15,000, right? That's maybe what they are directly responsible for, as a result of their direct output. But you got to keep in mind, there's other benefits to that as well. Another good benefit to that is that they're going to encourage new people. They can maybe manage new people. They can maybe train new people. I can maybe put them in charge of other products that are going to help, other projects that are going to help increase money as well. So it's not just $15,000. It's like, it's literally this. Forget about traffic. Forget about buying accounts and getting the right proxies and like learning this dating app method or whatever. What you need to do is you need to get out there and sift through the fucking pile of retards to find the diamonds who are going to make you make more money. Major paradigm shift. Number 4, just kidding. Good chatters will be good on any account, and bad chatters will be bad on any account. So this whole idea of like, oh, the account is bad, the girl is ugly, this, isn't working, whatever. The reality is this. I have 4 good chatters, okay? I can put those motherfuckers on any account and those guys will make money. I have some chatters now who are still perfecting their craft, shall we say, and they are not performing. They're not. I mean, at the time of this recording, September 3rd, like I don't feel secure that you guys, that I can like leave you alone for a week and your numbers will go up. I'm not confident that you are continuously improving. In fact, I'm worried about your accounts. I'm worried that I put you on accounts and you might fuck up those accounts. So like, please, I don't want to worry that. I would love for you to get better. I have all the resources available for you to get better. But it's not the type of thing where like, let's say you're on an account now that doesn't have as many subs as you want, or the girl's not as hot as you want. I don't have faith that like, if I put you on the best account I have, that you're going to just crush it and start turning in $1,000 days. I don't think that's really the case. And like I said, the other guys who are good, I can put them, we can trade accounts with you and the numbers will stay the same, more or less. So, it's really unfortunate. I wish it wasn't like that. And I would love for everybody who I currently employ to step it up and act like the people who are good. But like, you can't make people do that. You can't make people do anything. You can yell and kick and scream and fucking reprimand them or try to tempt them with rewards or something. But at the end of the day, you can't get them to do it. And once you are in charge of people, whether as a manager or a business owner that has a team, you will realize that the hardest thing is getting the people that you hire to do what you want. However, I'll say this again, as I just reminded myself again, and that is that the good people that you hire, you won't need to tell them to do stuff. You won't need to tell them that much because they'll already be good. They'll internalize the training and they'll go and fucking do it. Number 5, good chatters are made, not born, but they are not made by you. So here's the deal. I said in my group the other day, I said chatters are made, not born. Everybody liked the comment. Sounds great, right? And there is some truth to that, because you can't take somebody off the street and not train them at all and expect them to be good. It doesn't work like that. You have to tell them what to do. You have to teach them the structure. You have to teach them the right words and the right procedure to gain a connection and make the money and blah, blah, blah. So that is true. However, it takes a special type of person, or a specific type of person at least, in order to be able to do it, period. Right? Now, yes, anybody can do it. Anybody can make the decision instantly to become a closer. Anybody can do anything, right? But don't hire somebody and expect them to change. Don't hire somebody and expect to be able to train them from somebody who's not good into somebody who's good. Because it doesn't work like that. That's not how it is. Every chatter that I've hired who is good was good from day 1, or day 2 at least, or week 2 at the latest. And if people aren't good right away, yes, maybe someday they'll be good. But do you want to wait? Let's just check for now, for fun. I checked in my last video. I had 94 replies. How many do I have now? 97. Okay, only got 3 more replies, but it's fucking 4 a.m. in the Philippines, so that's probably why. All those replies are from the past 3 hours. Anyway, the point is that there are so many potential people out there who you can hire and train and put on an account who might be good from day 1. So why are you beating your fucking head into the ground trying to get this guy? You've told him 50 times to fucking do something or not do something, and he's still he just can't do it. So, it's a shame, but it is what it is. And I wish it wasn't that way. And anybody who currently works for me, who you feel this might apply to you, bro, you can fucking change it like that. You can change it in 24 hours. What are you doing? What are you doing? Ask for help. Say, how about this? Here, how about this? I'll publish this video today at the time of recording, so you fucking will watch it. I want you to say this to your manager. I want you to say, look, I want to be good, and I want to be good by tomorrow. So I'll give you whatever you want, Mr. Manager. Sit with me and look at my fucking screen and tell me what to say in every situation so that I become good. And they should have done that during the shadowing also, really. I'm sure they did, but okay, fine. Maybe you weren't serious. Maybe you weren't ready for it, whatever. But now's the time, because I got people coming through the pipeline. So if you don't, fine. You can make your $75 a week as an opener. I don't care. Okay, sure, go ahead. No problem. Anyway, thanks for watching the video, everybody. And that's it. I'll see you in the next one.